that was. We're getting rid of the GTI and we're getting a Beamer.
Where did that come from? This was like from last week.
Yeah, this is quite some time.
I'm gonna suggest the SRT.
I'm gonna try my SRT Amdis to get the SRT. I gotta do more research.
Wait, so you're not gonna have a Hot Boy summer?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a Hot Boy summer in the GTI.
What are you gonna do with the GTI?
What about it?
Like, what modifications are you gonna do on the GTI?
Well, yeah, I gotta get rid of the bacon fenders, and then I get new wheels, and yeah.
I can fix that for you. Did it for Chaz.
You can fix your heat.
Yeah, I know. It needs downpipes.
It's okay. It's so slow because you spun. Did you spin in second?
What'd you think of that one?
Tire.
It's literally after he let off. As soon as he just fully went.
I want to see him smoke tires.
Chalky milk.
It just literally cuts power, and it says, nope, you can't go.
I can hear it.
It's kind of difficult. You can't hold the brake, and someone's complaining about it online. The gas, because the RPMs don't go up, would really appreciate some help. Sounds just as frustrated as...
Let's talk about this issue. I was extremely frustrated trying to figure out what to do with this car to do a proper standstill burnout. I couldn't get a very serious response online from people by reading. It was either people that just didn't know how to answer the question, or were just saying, well, yeah, you need to turn everything off. Thank you so much. That's so helpful. I had no idea. I had no clue that's exactly what I needed to do, which was just, you know, turn everything off. So I do. But every time you give it gas, the car just stutters and then the power cuts off, regardless of the traction being in race mode, regardless of the traction being completely off, regardless of ESP being off, TC off, everything is off and it will still cut power. So what's the issue? With some digging online, I've come to find that the 2019 and up models on these cars are just nothing but a catastrophe of AMG tucking their tail to all sorts of fun performance mods and things that they once allowed before, that now in the 2019s, on top of having a dialed down tune with no burbling at all, nothing. Now, some people don't like burbling. Personally, I love burbling, and it kind of upsets me that I'm going to literally have to void my warranty to get any type of burbling on my beautiful bi-turbo V8. Until I get it tuned, it looks like there's actually no ability to do a proper standstill burnout because of the way that the stabilization system works in this car, with just shutting everything down the minute that it senses any type of traction loss. So as you saw earlier in that clip, I went balls to the wall to see what it would take for the tires to actually just let go. And even when I let go, a little error message popped up and said that traction wasn't functioning properly. So the car wasn't even happy about that to begin with. I'll practice more doing donuts and things like that, but I really just wanted to do a small standstill burnout. But unless I was shredding the tires up to 5th gear, it wasn't going to be an easy time. As you can see, I tried multiple times to get the car to just let it go, but unless I was actually turning the wheel all the way to the side and dropping the gas pedal flat to the floor, it wouldn't actually go. It's kind of annoying, kind of stressful seeing 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018 models function perfectly fine. You think, I'm doing a good thing buying the model from 2019 and up. But it turns out you're actually not. Models that are more fun are from 2015 to 2018. It seems like everything kind of went out the window for the 2019, because so far it's really disappointing to think that I have all this car, but I can't use it. First, I was really disappointed by the fact that it didn't have any burbling at all because of how strict everything became for the 2019 EPA. It's kind of frustrating. And it's more than frustrating, it's just difficult at this point because, yeah, I'm just disappointed. Well, I did some research online, and I guess I have the answer to my problem, and that was pretty quickly. The power of the internet, and a bunch of people on a Mercedes-Benz forum. Love it. So to confirm my thoughts, let me just read this from you, from a guy named DeWeek Sauce, 2019, 1 a.m. Gotta love those 1 a.m. thoughts. I have a 2019 C63S. I love it, but I have one complaint. When I turn the traction control all the way off, it still kicks on. Sometimes when I'm drifting, sometimes my car just cuts power all of a sudden. Yes, I've had that happen to me, and it's very, very, very annoying. It's also really annoying that my 503 horsepower rear-wheel drive car can't burn out because traction control is always on. Anyone else have this issue? So then you have the usual people that roll in and say, oh, you still have to turn everything off. You're not turning everything off. Everything is off. Everything been done off. Everything is off, off, off. And it still will kick on. So then this guy comes in and says, I haven't turned it all the way off in my car yet. However, I attended the AMG Driving Academy a few weeks ago, my 2019 C63S for skid pad. We all use different levels, including all the way off. And when it's off, it's off. However, we were in race mode, and which I tried race mode and Sport Plus. These cars, the moment you step on the brakes, it will reactivate ESP. If you want to drift, stay off the brakes. So a couple of people go back and forth about like debating what this guy meant and pulling it apart. What it all breaks down to is that whether or not you're in race mode, Sport Plus, Master mode, AMG Dyno, anything, all the modes, when you hit the brakes and you're at a standstill, regardless if all of the assists are completely off and everything is all good, everything is tuned off, it still will kick on if you're at a standstill and you apply the brake and the gas at the same time, or it will try to initiate launch control. Obviously, we're not trying to initiate launch control every single time that we do this. So, it seems like I'm going to have to buy a Hellcat. This is just a forum, so I can't say it's absolutely 100% true. I'm trying to figure out, will the car do a burnout or not? So far, I'm just figuring out one day at a time that the 2019 models and up are just more and more and more disappointing. ESP can never really be fully turned off in the 2019 Plus. Now, this doesn't mean what you're probably thinking. The 2019 Plus have a new integrated driving dynamics regulation system called AMG Dynamics. It has 4 levels: Basic, Advanced, Pro, and Master. It's basically ESP on steroids. It monitors what the driver does and then assists with the maneuver by anticipating how the car reacts. So essentially, there's no ability to turn everything all the way off and mash your foot to the floor and do a stupid burnout, because the car is actually just outsmarting you as a human being, going, no dummy, we're not doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this, we're not doing this. But that is very disappointing for a degenerate like myself that would just love to go through a set of tires standing still, or even work on drifting. So now the car is just working on traction and all these other types of categories, I suppose, but it's still rear wheel drive. So I guess the only time that it will break is if you're going into a drift or going into a super spiral. But after about 45 minutes of frustration, I just mashed my foot to the floor and did the world's weakest donut possible, because I was just frustrated and we had to leave immediately after.